Hey, what's going on everyone? My name is CJ and welcome back to Exotic Nootropics. Today we're giving you a monthly update. There's not been a video in quite a while, either on the YouTube or on the TikTok account. And that is because there's some wild stuff going on behind the scenes here that you will learn about at some point soon, hopefully. But for today, we're just going to give you a monthly update. I don't know if last month had an update. I don't think it did. So this is kind of a check-in to say hello and update you on all the plants, mostly Nepenthes, because that is what we mostly focus on really here right now. So to start, as we normally do, we've got this Aristolochoides crossed with Burkei. You can see it's still putting up lots and lots of pictures. The lighting's not amazing, but see pictures all over the place. More pictures down there. Lots and lots of pictures. And with this one, if you're on TikTok, you won't have seen, but we have two basils currently growing. And not only that, but they have pictures on them as well. So doing incredibly well, actually. Then next to that, we've got a cutting of a Rebecca Soper, which actually now has two growth points on it. So you're going to have a vine coming from here and a vine coming from there, which is pretty crazy. It is just a cutting of one of the stems that's done well, so that's awesome to see again. And then next to that, there's another cutting from earlier and from the same stem, I believe. And that's again another Rebecca Soper. This one has slowed down its growth a bit. It probably needs repotting, but as I said, there's weird stuff going on here. Next up, we've got the Raja cross Veitchii, our largest Raja Veitchii. You can see putting up a huge leaf there. And there's also a huge leaf down here. So this leaf right here is part of the same plant. So really growing now, like really smashing out those huge leaves. That's also another huge leaf that's come off it. So its spread is honestly massive, and it is growing. Why is the reflection always so bad? It's growing a picture down here. If we can focus it, I don't know, it's really dark. But there's a picture down there growing, and with the leaf size, hopefully that means it's going to be a massive picture. Behind that, we've got our Jacquelineae crossed with Spatulata Jacquelineae from EP. This decided it no longer wants to create pictures, it just wants to vine, and it's vined all the way up there. So really reaching for the stars, which is awesome because it means hopefully on tendrils like this we'll get some either mid or upper pictures, which will look very different and very cool. So I'm very much looking forward to that. Next to that, we've got the Raja Burbajae Edwardsiana. Yep, I'm just checking that. And this, again, has been growing really well, but you can see, look, it's kind of pumped itself up a bit. So it's sitting higher in its pot, and it's putting out much larger leaves now. This is a much larger leaf than it had before. And again, the tendril is going down and growing. So we shall see what gets grown from here. The tendril is actually really big on this one. It goes all the way down in the back that you can never actually see, right down there. There's another, Jesus, I almost said Rob Cantley, another Rebecca Soper. It's got basils all over it, pictures on the basils and everything. And ultimately, it's one of these tangles of plants up here, which just an incredible amount of tendril. It's crazy. We made a post on Instagram about this. The tendrils and the leaves are all coming off one side, which is a really strange way for it to grow. but it's really cool to see it at the same time because it makes this really nice like rosette type of thing. It's really cool. And then again, all the way in the back, which you can actually see all the way down there, and another Rebecca Soper with that huge thing. Where's my finger? Where are we? Here. This huge thing here is a vine that was literally just one of those tiny little basils. And it's just grown and grown and grown because it's stayed attached to the mother plant. And then it's got the other vine going all the way up and joining the mess that is the, I don't know what to call it, but it's just an entanglement of plants, really. The last plant in here is the Siboyanensis crossed with Talangensis. Always putting out pictures, always doing really well. New picture coming right here. And then we had our, we had this picture grow before, which is nice and big. But then we had an even bigger picture grow right here, which is, if we can hand for scale, it's a big old picture. So again, plant doing really well. And again, we have basils on it, but you knew that, I believe. So we've got just the one basil, but it's put out pictures already, which is awesome. It's doing really, really well. Switching up the order a little bit, we've got the Nepenthes box, which is the newer box, not the old box. Let's see if I can do this in a smart way. Not especially. But we'll start with the Hamata. The Hamata's doing really, really well. I can probably put that back onto manual focus. So it's thrown out another picture. You may not have seen that one. Both mature pictures now. So it's doing really well. It's actually got another one growing right there. You can see. Ooh, see if I can focus in on it. No. Okay, I can't get any further. But yeah, so another picture coming there. We've got the Veitchii Grex 2. Wow, my hand. Sorry, this is a really awkward angle. Which is throwing up tons of pictures. This is actually doing amazingly well in here. Clearly this was meant to be more of a midland species and was nice and slow when it was in the highland. So now that it's in the midland, it's just going crazy. This is the biggest picture that we've had on it so far. This is the largest one that we've had so far. You see the striping coming through. Down here we've got our Bicalcarata. It is struggling a bit. It's not good temps for it, really. It needs to be in a warmer environment and possibly more humid. Boom, there you go. So Attenborough right here. It's got pictures all over it. They are decent sized pictures now as well. So that is growing, which is great because it means it's worth more, which is always a plus. Then next to that, we've got a bigger Attenborough. You see pictures all over that as well. Again, growing nicely. It's actually bigger than that one, so that's awesome. Then we've got a Truncata, which is in a bit of an awkward pot right here, looking a bit weird, but growing, putting up pictures, putting up new leaves. It does probably need repotting at this point. Here is our Edwardsiana, still doing amazingly well, actually. Grown quite a bit. I know it's only tiny, but I can see the growth in it, which is awesome, and it's got pictures coming out, and it's doing really well. So I'm very happy with that. I honestly thought I was going to kill it really quickly. We've got the Veitchii platykyla, which if I can get on it, which has been putting out some really cool pictures. I don't really know what to say about that. Right here you can see it's actually growing another picture on one of the bigger leaves. So that will be really cool to see. If the other pictures are that big and they're on tiny leaves, goodness knows how big this one's going to be. I've tried to improve the lighting a little bit for this next part. So right here we've got a Jacquelineae, pure Jacquelineae species. And finally, this brother is putting out a picture. You can see the tiny, tiny picture there. I'm looking forward to that because this is a big old plant, this, and it hasn't pictured in a while. I am looking forward to that. We do have a baby version, which is currently being crowded. Oh goodness, it's being completely crowded by the Veitchia. I didn't realise that. So down here is the baby version of the Jacquelineae. This came for free actually, this one. And you can see picture on it right there. And then it put up this picture recently, which is actually quite a bit bigger. Right there, you can see that beautiful little picture. So doing very, very well, which I say constantly in these videos. But it is crowded, so I'm going to have to move this Veitchii a bit. I'll move things around to make a bit of space so it's still getting that light that it needs. Here, this God-forsaken plant, which I love, I made a video on it, and no one knows what it is. I think I have an idea of what it is, so I may make a video on it pretty soon. But it's put up a monster picture. Look at that, incredible. It seems to decide on its own whether it wants to be green, red, yellow, whatever. And the black as well. Here you go, here's a black picture right there, black picture. It just decides whatever it wants to do and just does it. It's putting out huge leaves and actually growing a brand new picture right here, which is bright green. So what it is, I don't know, but incredible plant. Everyone says that they love it, which is great, but who knows what it is? I don't know. If you do know what it is, let me know. I have an idea. I do have an idea. Here's a plant that looks like it's been bullied a bit. This has an AMA label in it, but I don't think it's AMA. Either way, it's been putting up pictures. Like, it put up that tiny picture there, right? And then it put up this right after. So, so it just jumps massively. And now, you see that leaf size there? Well, look at this leaf that it's now put out. So, goodness knows how big the picture that comes off this leaf is going to be. But again, looking forward to seeing that. What is nice is we've got a platychila down here that had been struggling and needed to be saved, kind of, because it came straight from Borneo Exotics, which I think they're somewhere in Malaysia. I do know, I just can't remember. And it was struggling, but now, look what this sucker's put out. This is a pure platychila, and this is the lower pictures. Platychilas are mostly known for their upper pictures, so don't worry about that. I'm not going to mess with it too much, but really cool that it's put this up, and it's a huge picture. It's massive, really nice and big. So again, once that puts out more pictures, that's going to be cool. You can see we're really running out of space here. Then we've got right next to that a Hamata platychila, which has been doing incredible for a long time now. This picture is really cool. I like the fact that it's put these next to each other. That's awesome. Then it's also dropping pictures. We've seen that one before, but now it's dropping another picture down there. And continues to grow off the side. And because of that, we have, I noticed the other day, where are we here? A basil, boom, basil growing under the foliage. So again, doing incredibly well. And then I think the last one I'm going to show you in here is this Spectabilis. Oh no, actually I do have one more to show you, or two more to show you. So this Spectabilis, again, same batch, was from the Borneo Exotics nursery directly. So again, needed a bit of saving because the humidity change is just insane. But yes, this is a Spectabilis, and the Spectabilis put up this bad boy right down here, which is huge, nice and fat, proper good Spectabilis species, and it's putting up a brand new one down here as well. So again, needed some help, but has really kicked back, like really kicked back, and now it's just going crazy. Again, need more space. which is good. That was the whole plan. This was the whole plan. It's all coming together, apart from the potential need to move everything. But as I said, we will update you on that one. Yes, well, one thing that I wanted to update you on was the Alba marginatas. These are lowland species, and what has happened is the red one's been growing okay for a while. It's been putting up pictures left and right. It shot out this big old boy down here. It's a nice big picture after doing small pictures for a while. And the green one was struggling for so long, and it finally put up a picture there. And then it shot up a bigger boy right here, which actually looks really picturesque. Look at that beauty. God damn, look how white that rim is. That is perfect. But you can see the leaves look a bit ugh. So it's a bit weird, but it's growing fine and it's putting up big old pictures. And hopefully, well, it will get bigger and bigger and bigger. So must be doing something right, but it looks ill. Let's say it does look ill. Doesn't look great. And that's going to wrap up this box. I think you can see another picture. There's just pictures everywhere, hiding everywhere. I'm running out of space, is what I'm trying to say. I'm running out of goddamn space. Look at it, absolute jungle. This is what we wanted, but life throws curveballs that you will find out about. As long as this curveball actually works. Here's a bit of a random one. The Aloe suprafoliata has been growing really well. And look at the gradient there. I just love the bright green that goes up. It's a really beautiful plant, this. Quite glad that I grabbed it, but it is really out of place here. And then that sucker next to it's kind of struggling a bit, but it's doing okay. Quick update on these things. Passion fruit doing amazingly well, growing, vining, doing great. And then the dragon fruit has really grown. Like, that's insane from the last time you've seen it, I think. So those are two things that I probably want to cut off and make into more dragon fruit. But again, don't know what the best thing to do is, because potentially you need to move a bunch of this stuff. It's probably worth mentioning at this point, we do have a bunch of Drosera and things that are coming back to life. This is Drosera madagascariensis. Really beautiful plant, actually, one of my favorites. We have these beds all over the place that are just full of Iliciae, just absolutely full. There's just no room. There's no room. This could be a really, really good nursery if I had room, but there's just no room. More madagascariensis grown in here, and another Iliciae next to them. Bit of moss growing. There's other things up here that I just haven't got the names of in my head right now, but it's growing nicely. Got a paradoxa in the corner over there, growing nicely. If you hear the fans coming on, maybe. Right, here is the, why is the name not in my head? Come on, Lowii. This is our Lowii. And it appears to be moving a little bit. You see that leaf that's just coming out of the base of it? That looks like it's forming, which is nice. So that should pop out in the next couple of months. It is so long for it to grow. There is also a leaf with a tendril there. You can barely see it. I can't point to it. This box is stuck. So it does have a tendril and does appear to be growing. We've got a Cebuyanensis in here, which is that big ass plant vining, which I can't focus on. It's putting out a vine here. It's putting out vines everywhere. That was really struggling in the place that it was before. It was too warm, I think. So now it's a bit cooler. Seems to be doing better. Got Burbage next to it, which again, you see that tendril going down there. Seems to be doing better in here. We've got all the way down in that corner there is a jamban, big old jamban. Was struggling, seems to have wooded up and seems to be doing okay now. I can see, you can just about see a pixel of a picture that is being created on that jamban. So that's doing well. Oh god. The Burbage crossed with Robcantlii, which you can see here. You can see right I'll go on finger get in frame. Right here, there is a picture growing, but the camera's not going to focus on it. Down the back over there, we've got 2 Brixianas. They're doing really, really well. Pictures all over them. That over there is a Densiflora cross with Rob Cantley. Big old picture right here. Been put up, growing another picture down there, which you can't see. So yeah, everything's going nuts. Everything's going nuts, and it's impossible to handle, basically. That I can't even film. Because I can't get into the places where everything is. And then, I'll tell you what, last thing, in here. What's this? It's a mojito. It's got pictures all over it. And it's putting up more pictures. Right down there. It's got another picture growing. You can see it just tipping over the pot somewhere. Where is it? There. Right. Go on. Finger, get into the... here. Just tipping over the pot. That's a picture. So yeah. Impossible to work in these conditions. But yeah, that's going to be the update for today. There's a lot more plants in here, but it's just impossible to get to them.